Alright, troopers, welcome back to the channel today. And today we're going to be going over my Imperial Army. And I did include Force users in here as well, and a couple others in the back that I'll explain later. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump on in. Just going to be starting with these officers over here on the left, and then moving our way back and across to the right. And alrighty. Alright, just going to kind of go through them real quick here. Don't want to take too long going through it. So starting off here on the left, we have a tan officer. He was in, I believe, only one set that came out in 2015. I believe it's the Inquisitor's TIE Fighter. And from what if I remember correctly, that's also the only set a tan officer besides Tarkin came in. So that was pretty cool. And then moving over, these two in the middle right here, we have two training officers, as they're known. If I remember correctly, they came in a battle pack somewhere. I think it was 2018. And then moving over to these two right here, both of these are different troopers that came with the Imperial UCS ISD that came out in 2019. The first one is just an Imperial officer with dual molded legs, and then the other one's the Imperial officer with arm printing. So that's how you can really differentiate those from anyone else. And then over here on the left back here, this is actually just an officer I had that I lost his head. And I think it might actually be General Veers from an older set. Because if you look, and it's kind of skipping ahead here just a little bit, but the rank insignias are the same and more or less similar body printing as well. But it was just a Dooku head I found. I use them as just an Easter egg in different mocks I'm working on. Had a Yavin 4 mock that I did a while back. Not too big, but I just had it in there as an Easter egg. I had him on a turbo tank, which is, at the time, not really something they did in Star Wars. But yeah, that's that. And we also have these two regular Imperial officers right here. I believe they're from the 2014 battle pack. And then moving back to the back here, you have General Yularen, and then General Veers, an older model of Tarkin, and then a newer model of Tarkin that I believe came in a Rebels set. So that was pretty cool. And then moving on to the back, starting at the bottom down here, you have these 4 Death Troopers. I believe there is 1 or 2 different iterations of the Death Trooper, and I believe this was the 2017-2018 one. I wasn't able to check all the specific details on it, but that was that. And then these 4 Imperial Guards, if you look over to the right over here, I actually have another Imperial Guard, but I couldn't find where he would have been. There's another variant of the Imperial Guard. So these Imperial Guards were 2014, 2016. And this one, I couldn't find a year date for him. There was one that was the same exact of everything on here, except the hands were red instead of black. And I couldn't find one that had black hands. It might have just been that I got one and swapped it out, the hands or something on that. But that's just how it has it at the moment. And then right beside it, you have these 2 Shadow Guards. And then right back in the back, these are not technically Imperial troops. These are the Sith Order troops from the Rise of Skywalker. And I know they're not Imperial, but I do use them and will be using them in my Imperial mocks as kind of the Special Forces ground units and stuff like that. So that's why I have them here, is because when I do mocks, I'll use them as kind of a intermittent between not quite as good as the Death Troopers, but better than the regular Stormtroopers and stuff like that. So that's just how they'll be used. Alright, gonna go ahead and move on to the Force users up at the front here. Alright, here at the Force users, starting off with Palpatine. We have the one from 2016, 2017 over here on the left. And he actually came in the Darth Vader's transformation chamber set from that time period. I think it was 2016 the set that one came in. That's how I got that guy. And this one in the middle is a 2020 to 2021 version of Palpatine, who was used in the re-release, the final duel scene with Vader, Palpatine, and Luke. That set that just came out. And then this last one over here on the right is one I got in a large lot of custom figures. Some of them were direct rip-offs of Lego designs. Others were actual custom-made fan designs, stuff like that. And so I just have him because I haven't got rid of him yet. But yeah, moving on. Take off Palpatine's lightsabers real quick. We have Nari right here from her starship in 2016. The Grand Inquisitor with his proper face there from his starship, his TIE Advanced starship in 2015. Even has his lightsaber hilt, special hilt there. And then we have this Vader right here with his medal. Is Lego comic they had done for the Empire. It's kind of just a silly thing for kids. And then Vader ended up getting a medal from the Emperor right before accidentally knocking over an entire row of Stormtroopers and getting it promptly removed. It's a pretty funny scene if you can find it. It's just a little comical thing there. And then moving on back, we have 20th Anniversary Vader. And I forget what set he came in, but he's the front side. He looks just like the classic Vader I actually have right beside him. But on the back, he has this print on him. It is 20 years. There's the series of, I believe, 5 different sets they did with those figures. Then we have the classic Vader right here. And he was in circulation starting in 2005. And then right behind him on the left here, we have another Vader from 2017 to 2018. It would have actually been the one I got from the Transformation Chamber, along with his Palpatine at the front. So that would have been that set. I got that set in 2017. And then this Vader right here in the middle is the one from 2016. So actually, that brings up a good question. And yeah, so this Vader I got with the Tarkin from the set they got the Tarkin in, because it came with the it was an A-Wing and Vader's TIE Fighter set that I got there, and it came with Sabine Wren, an A-Wing pilot, Tarkin, and this Vader right here. And then this one right here is a Vader with the printed arms from 2020. So it came in that set I got the new Palpatine in that final duel set. And that's all the Force users. And then to wrap it up for these other specialized troops and this the Stormtroopers, I'm not really going to be using the official names and stuff like that for them, for most of them. Like especially with the Stormtroopers really does take effect. Like I took some liberty with how I named them, and I'm not really going to do the year stuff either with them. So let's go ahead and start. And all that being said, if I do remember where I got them from, I will mention that just briefly. But let's continue. So right here in the back, we have 3 AT-AT drivers. 2 of them I got from the 2020 Summer AT-AT, and I don't remember where I got the 3rd one from. I think I just got them from just a lot of Imperial figures I gotten. And then moving back up to the front here, we have these Death Star gunners, which also, just like one of those AT-AT pilots, I don't remember where I got them from, because I don't really have any sets that had them originally. They're just got secondhand through different lots and stuff. But moving on, we have this figure here, which looks very similar to the Death Star gunner crew right beside them. The biggest difference is just on the head not having that printing they do, and in place of that they have just the little dimple things in the helmet. But everything else is pretty much looks the same. Like the uniform looks the same more or less, except for part of this chest plate. But especially if you were far, they would look almost identical. And then this one right here you got, and I believe another also from a battle pack I got, and this was the Imperial Navy Trooper is what it was called. And then this one right here is an old version of the Shadow Trooper. There's one of the early ones from, I want to say Well, actually, I'm sorry. This is the latest version, the 2015 version, and this is the older one from 2007, 2009. Came with a classic Imperial gunship battle pack from there. And then moving on to these scouts in the back. Moving on to the Scout Troopers. This one back here on the left, he has actually got him from an indoor battle pack with him, another Stormtrooper, and then 2 Rebel Troopers. And then these 3 Scout Troopers with the latest version. They have several different sets these are in. This one I got from, I think, their first reiterance in, I want to say, 2018, 2019 is when that set came out. It was the ones that had all those target things on them and you would fire little missile things on them to knock them down. And then I have these 4 TIE pilots back here. And this one right here, I believe, is an ATDP driver. It's Imperial pilot. And then these 2 Scarif troopers. So I actually plan on getting a whole lot more of these if the price on them ever goes down, which hopefully it will. Hopefully with the new Andor stuff coming out, we'll get some more beach scenes and we'll get some more Lego sets with stuff like that. Alright, just gonna move into the general Stormtroopers now. Starting with those 4 in the back. These are the newest iteration of Stormtroopers. I have that drip down from the helmet, unfortunately. They're just kind of not really looking the greatest in my opinion. And you also can't really turn the helmet. So let's say you wanted to turn the helmet to have them looking off in the distance, you'd have it look like that. Where in reality, it's supposed to come down almost to the bottom of the neck, which I don't know why LEGO decided to do that. It doesn't look good in mine or most people's opinions, but it is what it is. Moving on to the Snowtroopers. I have several different iterations of these Stormtroopers. Some of them with the backpack molded into a helmet. Some of them like this one with just the backpack is just a smaller brick with, and then the tile right there. And then I have one right here that doesn't have a backpack. So it's several different iterations there. Most of them are this one with the backpack molded into the helmet though. I have 19 total. Out of those 19, only 6 of them do not have that helmet and backpack mold together, so 13 of them do. And I have a couple of them that you can see here have cloth like this in the front here. Others, like you can see here, do not. And these older ones don't really have too much detail on them. They don't have much detail on the legs at all. And their head, just a black head. This blank head. But yeah, and I don't know exactly what the ranges and stuff for them. Some of them I got with the AT-AT. Some of them I got a while ago with the snow speeder they had out. And most of them I just bought secondhand just to grow this. I plan on doing a Hoth mock in which I would need a lot of these snow troopers. But with the battle packs coming out with the Hoth troopers, I'll be able to get a lot more of those. Alright, moving on. So these right here in the back, these Stormtroopers right here, I have 20 of these. One of them has this pauldron and is technically the commander of them. These are what I refer to as the classic Stormtroopers, just being in that they're one of, if not the first designs ever come out. The only thing I'm not sure about is this one. It's because it has similar patterns and stuff, but if you look at the chest here, let's hold one side by side with it. The chest plate on the classic one, I refer to this one as the pre-classic one, so I'm not exactly sure which one came out first just because I wasn't able to find that information anywhere. But there's just some differences in it, not too much, but enough to be noticeable. And then moving on to these back 5 right here, these are what I refer to as the Imperial Jet Troopers. I have 5 of these, and they came in a battle pack with 2 of these, an officer, and then a 4th person. I do not remember what that 4th person was. I want to say it's a regular Stormtrooper, but that doesn't really sound right for some reason, but I do some research and actually put it in the comment section down below. Alright, moving on. Down here, we have these. I refer to these as the Rebel Stormtroopers because they came in Stormtrooper Battle Pack, and I have 11 of these. I have a 12th somewhere, and just like those Jet Troopers back there, I have a 6th one somewhere, but it's in pieces in one of my Spirit minifig parts bins that I use. And so these I have 11. They came in a battle pack. It was Imperial Troop Transport. Got 4 of those per battle pack. It was pretty nice, actually. I got several of them. I actually used mostly these in my Yavin mock that I had. I had thrown a whole bunch of stuff together and just called it the Battle of Yavin. Is on the timeline, I had it as post A New Hope, when the Imperials just did a landing attack on the world instead of just trying to blow it up. But yeah, that's that. And then onto these other ones in the back. I'm not sure when these were. I believe they were sometime between Classic and what these Rebel ones right here that I refer to. But I just refer to these as other Stormtroopers. Like, there's no real reason. That's just what I refer to them as. And I have 3 of those. And then moving on back, we have these Sand Troopers right here. All 3 of them have backpacks. All 3 of them have their shoulder pauldrons. And this one has what would be the communicator to talk with the ships in orbit, like we saw in A New Hope. So all of them have those sand markings as well. And, got most, I think 1 or 2 of them from Pod Site Crash set that LEGO does from time to time. We have R2-D2 and C-3PO in a little pod. That's where I got one of those from. I'm not sure which one it was, but because like I said, they've done several iterations of it. I actually ended up getting multiple iterations of it. I don't remember. Most of them I got secondhand, so I don't think they're fully complete, but that's where I got most of those. The 3rd one I just bought as part of a lot. I don't remember which ones I got where, but I just got 2 of them from those pods, and the 3rd one from just a random one. And then these 2 troopers right here are patrol troopers from Battle Pack. It had patrol trooper and one of the previously seen Imperial Navy troopers, and then an Imperial recruitment officer. And so that's where I had those from. And then that last one, which I already talked a little bit about, it is one of these, and then what I refer to as pre-classic troopers. So yeah, and that wraps up my Imperial Army video. Hope you liked it. If you did, don't forget to like, comment, share, and go ahead and let me know in the comments. There's a couple armies I haven't done yet. Let me know which ones you want to see next. Rebels, Bounty Hunters, Mandalorians. You just put whatever you want down there. I used to have First Order. I don't have any more First Order troops. But yeah, that's about it. And I will see you all on Friday.